Hey, it's Marta. Welcome to Recover Out Loud. Today's episode is personal for me. My guest is someone I walked beside through a 9-month recovery program. We graduated together, and true to who she is, she didn't leave until her exit plan was solid. I watched her show up day after day and rebuild a life one honest choice at a time. Her name is Truda, and today she's talking about something we almost never say out loud: using dreams. Those nights you wake up at 3 a.m, heart pounding, convinced you relapsed, and the shame that follows you into the daylight. If that's ever been you, this conversation is going to feel like someone finally turned the light on. Here's Truda.
Hello, my name is Truda D, and I'm a grateful recovering addict. Today I have 3 jobs, and I keep my life pretty busy. I live with my daughter and my grandkids, and graduated a 10-month recovery program, which I'm very grateful for.
3 jobs, a home with her daughter and her grandkids, a program graduate. I want you to sit with that for a second because none of it happened by accident. Every piece of that life was rebuilt on purpose. And when Truda says grateful recovering addict, that word grateful isn't a throwaway. It's the whole posture. Gratitude is how she sets her internal temperature instead of letting the day set it for her. And wait until you hear how far she's come.
I am 2 years, 2 months, 8 days clean. My clean date is 4/20/24.
She knows it down to the day, and I love that for her because that date isn't a scoreboard, it's a doorway. April 20th, 2024 is the day Truda stopped surviving her life and started choosing it. Your date doesn't have to look like hers. Whether you're counting days or you haven't started counting yet, what matters is that the door is there. It stays there.
Being with my grandkids and seeing how they're growing and learning new things in life makes my day, and it keeps me going strong.
This is what recovery actually buys you. Not a medal, not applause. Mornings with your grandkids where you're present, clear-eyed, remembering it, in it. When people ask what's the point of doing all this work, this is the answer. The point is getting your moments back. Truda didn't just stop something. She started something, and her grandkids get to grow up inside of it.
I said yes to doing this podcast with you, Marta, is because I'm so proud of you, and I look up to you. We've graduated the program together, and I trust you. And this gives me an opportunity to tell my story.
Okay, I wasn't ready for that one. Truda, I remember sitting in those rooms with you. I remember the days neither of us was sure we'd make it to graduation. So hearing you say you trust me with your story, that's not a compliment. That's a responsibility. And I don't take it lightly. This is what I mean when I say recover out loud. Truda could keep her story private. She's earned that right. Instead, she's handing it to you, whoever's listening right now, because somewhere out there is a woman who needs to hear that 40 years of using doesn't get the last word. And that's exactly where she takes us next.
So, taking me back to my using days, or dream, I don't really have any using dreams, but I've been an addict for 40 years, and it didn't matter what it was. Pot and marijuana and meth were my go-to. Everything else just came, and it didn't matter if I didn't want it or didn't like it. I just did it because the other ones weren't there. So that was the last 40 years of my life. until I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. It was time to stop using and straighten up my life for my kids and my grandkids and for myself.
40 years. If you're doing the math, that means Truda got clean in her second act, not her 20s, not her 30s, after 4 decades of a pattern that had every reason to feel permanent. I need you to hear that if you've ever told yourself it's too late, it is not too late. The pattern being old doesn't make it unbreakable, it just makes the breaking more remarkable. And did you catch the order she said it in? For my kids, for my grandkids, and for myself. That last one is the one that holds. You can start for the people you love, most of us do. But somewhere along the way, you have to decide you're worth the staying.
So, about these dreams, I would see a lot more people doing the drugs in my dreams, not me using them, and I would be the one to take control of it and stop the kids using the adults giving it to the kids. So, and when I did partake, I wouldn't go all the way through with it, which I guess is a good thing.
Isn't that something? Even in her dreams, even in the place where she has no control, Truda shows up as the protector. She's not the one using. She's the one stepping between the drugs and the kids. I'm not going to play dream analyst here, but I'll say this. What she's describing sounds a lot like someone whose recovery has moved from something she does into someone she is. Even her subconscious got the memo. And notice, when the dream did pull her toward using, she didn't go all the way through with it. Her mind is rehearsing the exit, not the relapse.
And my mother told me that the first 5 years in recovery are the hardest. So, just because I'm not having using dreams now doesn't mean I will have or won't have any using dreams in the future.
There's so much humility in that. Truda's over 2 years in, things are steady, and she's still holding space for the hard nights that might come. That's not pessimism, that's wisdom. Because here's the trap. When recovery starts feeling stable, we quietly expect it to feel easy forever. Then one rough night shows up and we panic. Wait, I thought I was past this. You're not broken when the hard night comes. You were told it might. Truda's mother told her. Now Truda's telling you. That's how it's supposed to work. The wisdom gets passed down the line.
So, if you're out there and you're waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you're upset, thinking that you used, just remember it's a dream. You're not failing. You woken up and you're still clean today.
You woke up and you're still clean today. I want that sentence stitched into every 3 a.m. because that panic Truda's describing, the sweat, the guilt, checking your own memory like a crime scene, that's your brain reading the temperature of an old fear. It is not the truth of your life. The truth is the morning you woke up. You're here. Today is still yours to set. Truda, thank you for graduating beside me, for trusting me with your story, and for being living proof that 40 years of one story doesn't stop you from writing a completely different second act. If this episode found you at the right time, share it with the woman who needs it. Keep recovering out loud. I'll see you next time.